Good morning, children. Good morning, all of you. How are you all, beta? I think you all are fit and fine and blessed with the best wishes of God. Beta, in our last EVS session, we just come to know about the causes, and after that the effect of the first war of independence. From that session only, by continuing that session, we are coming to this session. That this is the continuation of the last session. And now we have reached to lesson number 18 of our EVS book. The name of the lesson is Indian National Movement. What is the name of the lesson? Name of the lesson is Indian National Movement. Beta, in this lesson, we will come to know what actually happened after the first war of independence. After the suppression of the revolt of 1857, the rule of the East India Company came to an end. So, what is the first effect of first war of independence, which was occurred in the history in the year of 1857? The first and the major effect is the rule of the East India Company came to an end. The British government took over the administration of India. So, the most worst part now happened after the abolition of the East India Company, after the abolition of the rule of the East India Company, the British government actually took over the administration of India. This is the worst part. A viceroy was sent to India as her representative. That means from Britain only one viceroy was sent as the representative of the Queen of the England to take over the administration of the regions, because India at that time is divided into many regions. So, what is the first outcome? The outcome is that one viceroy was appointed for India to take over the administration of the different regions of India. Next outcome. First outcome is the appointment of the viceroy from the British side. Now we will come to know what is the result which is coming out from the Indian side, from India's side. That is social reformers. There were a number of social and religious practices such as sati, female infanticide, child marriage, and caste system, which caused much suffering among the people. So, what are the causes behind the suffering among the people at that time after the first war of independence? There are several social issues raised at that moment of time. Those social issues, such as Shati, female infanticide, child marriage, and caste system. So, first of all, I will tell you what is female infanticide. Female infanticide is the intentional killing of the female infant child. So, have you come to know what is the meaning of female infanticide? It is the intentional killing of the female infant child. Now, I will tell you about what is sati. Sati is a religion system or religious system, is a pratha. At that time it is said to be the sati pratha. What is actually sati pratha? In sati or in this pratha, in this system in which a widow actually sacrifices herself by sitting atop of her deceased husband's funeral pyre. So, willingly or unwillingly, the female or the widow of that person who has been expired was burned along with her husband. That is the sati pratha. That means the widow of the died person is burned alive along with her died husband. That is said to be the sati pratha. A widow sacrifices herself by sitting atop her deceased husband's funeral pyre. And lastly, I will share with you about what is caste system. Caste system is a system beta where Britishers segregated Indians by caste. They actually distributed Indians by caste and they granted higher administrative jobs to only higher caste people. Okay, beta? And below here given images of some of the eminent social reformers of India. Children, this is an image of Sati Pratha. Look at this image. The alive widow of the died person is sitting on the funeral of her husband, and the lady is burnt along with her husband. Some social reform movements led by thinkers and reformers. So, some social reformers come in front. Some social reform movements took place by the thinkers and reformers who just wanted to reform the society as against the rule followed by the Britishers at that time. Who are the prominent social reformers of that time? Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Dayanand Saraswati, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar ji, and Sir Syed Ahmed Khan brought about a new awareness among the Indian people, who are able to bring the awareness among the Indian society, Indian people at that time. They helped in reducing all the drawbackness in the mind of the people. They helped in educating the people and helped them to remove the social evils. So they came forward to educate people and to remove all the social evils from the people of India at that moment. They encouraged remarriage and education of girls. So, social reformers came to remove all the social evils, as well as they has encouraged girl child education as well as remarriage of the widow. They strongly protested against sati, female infanticide, child marriage, as well as caste system. Beta, now I am showing you the images of the social reformers. Number 1 image of Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Second one is of Sir Syed Ahmed Khan. And third image is of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar ji. And this is the image of Dayanand Saraswati. He is one of the most popular social reformers of that time. Now, beta, our next point of discussion is Indian National Congress. The year 1885 saw the rise of the Indian National Congress. So, in the year of 1885, actually, Indian National Congress has been formed, and what we see today, Indian National Congress Party. That means the party had come into the existence in the year of 1885. An English person called Alan Octavian Hume founded the INC. So, who was the founder of Indian National Congress? The founder of Indian National Congress was Allen Octavian Hume, and in short we used to say A.O. Hume. Did you know the first session of INC was attended by 77 delegates? Beta, look at this image. This image is of A.O. Hume. That first session of Indian National Congress. Now I will discuss with you about the session. The first session of Indian National Congress. The session was presided over by W.C. Banerjee. The full name of W.C. Banerjee is Umesh Chandra Banerjee. The aim of the Congress was to draw the attention of the British Raj towards the difficulties and demands of the Indian people. So, what was their aim and objective? What was the aim and objective of the Indian National Congress, and what was held in the first session? The aim of the Congress was to draw the attention of the British Raj towards the difficulties as well as demands of the Indian people. The leaders were called the moderates, who were the members of the Indian National Congress at that time. They are said to be the moderates. Among them, few names I am saying I will share with you now. They were S.N. Banerjee, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Firoz Shah Mehta, and Badruddin Tayyabji, as well as Dada Bhai Nauroji. Again, I am repeating the name of those members: S.N. Banerjee, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Firoz Shah Mehta, Badruddin Tayyabji, and Dada Bhai Nauroji. But the British remained indifferent to these demands. That means Britishers at that time are not willing to listen even Indian National Congress's demand. Gradually, the people got angry and demands stronger. Initially, when the people softly demanding what they want, then at that moment Britishers were not willing to listen Indians. Gradually, they became angry and their demand and protest become stronger day by day. Some leaders opposed the soft approaches of the moderates. So, some leaders, they just opposed whatever be the approach taken by the moderates. These leaders like Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Bipin Chandra Pal, called the extremist, came forward. So, as against of those moderate leaders, some extreme leaders just came in front to make the British people understand what we want, to grab the things from the Britishers. Their aim is to grab India, our India, from the Britishers. Who are those prominent leaders? These leaders are Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, as well as Bipin Chandra Pal. They are called to be the extremist, and they claimed as well as they demanded for the complete freedom or the Purn Swaraj. They were called Lal, Bal, and Pal. Did you know? Tilak gave the famous slogan, "Freedom is my birthright and I shall have it." Beta, both the image, the top and below images, are showing the actual portrait of Lala Lajpat Rai, that is Lal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak ji, that is Bal, and Bipin Chandra Pal ji, that is Pal. Now I will discuss with you about the partition of Bengal. The British wanted to suppress the Indian people, so they decided to divide the biggest state in their rule, Bengal. So what is their intention? Intention was very bad. To suppress Indian people, they decided to divide the biggest state of India, that is Bengal. They thought they would suppress the Indians and create a gap between Hindus and Muslims. Their second intention was that too. First of all, they wanted to suppress Indian, and secondly, they tried to create a gap between Hindu and Muslims of India. But this added more fuel to the freedom struggle. What is the outcome from Indian side? It had added more fuel to the freedom struggle. मतलब इंडियन लोग तब और भी बिगड़ गए थे just because of their strategies what they were following that time. The result was a call for boycott by the Congress leaders. So as an outcome, what has come in front? Indian people or Indian leaders, Congress leaders, Indian National Congress leaders called a boycott. And that is said to be the Swadeshi Andolan. Swadeshi Andolan was started in 1905. People made a huge bonfire and publicly burned all foreign goods. So what is Swadeshi Andolan? It has started in 1905 and people publicly burned all the foreign goods. In an attempt to curb this movement, British imprisoned many people. So, to minimize the effect of that, what strategies adopted by the Britishers? Britishers sent imprisonment to many Indian people. People from all walks to life, especially students, participated in it. Finally, the British had to admit defeat and cancel the partition of Bengal. At that time, what happened? Huge number of students from every corner of India came forward to protest against English men strategy. What was their strategy? To create a gap between Hindu Muslim and to divide Bengal. Finally, in front of the Indian, the British had to admit defeat and cancel the partition of Bengal. The British finally introduced some reforms. What are those reforms? But the First World War broke out. Britishers tried to impose some reforms, but at that moment, what happened? The First World War had broke out. The Indian soldiers who helped the British hoped for more concession, but the British adopted a stricter attitude towards Indians, like passing the Rowlatt Act in 1919. Few Indian soldiers at that time helped the Britishers in the hope that they will get some concession. But in reality, they never got any concession from the Britishers. As well, the Britishers had become more the Britishers had become adopted the more stricter attitudes towards the Indians, and they passed a rule in 1919. The name of the rule is Rowlatt Act. Children, now I am showing you the two images of Swadeshi movement or Swadeshi Andolan. And next, I will discuss with you about what is Rowlatt Act and who was the main person behind that. Rowlatt Act, February 1919. What is actually Rowlatt Act? I will tell you now. A legislation passed by the Imperial Legislative Council, the legislature of British India. The acts allowed certain political cases to be tried without juries and permitted internment of suspects without trial. So, what is the major outcome or what is the major point behind the Rowlatt Act? The acts actually allowed certain political cases to be tried without any jury member, any juries or judges, and permitted internment of suspects without any trial. They were based on the report of Justice S.A.T. Rowlatt's committee in 1918. This is the image of Sir Sidney Arthur Taylor Rowlatt. His lifespan was 28 July 1862 to 1st March 1945. Was an English lawyer and a judge, best recommended for his controversial presidency of Rowlatt Committee. Coming of Gandhiji. Today's last point of discussion with you is coming of Mahatma Gandhi or Gandhiji. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was a barrister in South Africa. While there, he was angered by racial discrimination. That means the caste system, the sati system, and just as against of child infanticide. After his return from South Africa in 1915, that means what we come to know till now, before 1915, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was a barrister. He was doing performing barristery in South Africa, and just because of the racial discrimination he had seen, and he had not in favor of that. For that reason, he had come to India from South Africa in the year of 1915. He gave a new direction to the freedom struggle. So, when Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi or Gandhiji came to India, in his leadership, India got a new direction to the freedom struggle. He come to be known as Bapu and Mahatma. So, what were his other names? He was also known by Bapu and Mahatma. He led without arms, believed only in truth, and non-violence was his weapons. So, Gandhiji came to India with a new sunrise in Indian sky. Indian people had got a new direction in the freedom struggle, and his intention and his motive was to fight the war without any arms, and his objective was at that time is non-violence and truth. Both he had taken both the weapons to fight against Britishers to achieve full freedom from Britishers and to find out a free India. Beta, this much is for today's session. In the next session, we will come to know about the story behind Indian independence, which we achieved in the year of 1947. So, we will meet in the new session with a new topic. Till then, children, goodbye.